reaffirm what I am and what I have been for almost all my life, a simple old soldier. The good news is I'm a product of a policeman. My father was a policeman for 38 or 40 years, and I have a daughter who's a member of the police service. So I have to respect and regard the police service as much as I do the Defense Force, and more particularly the regiment where I come from. Siparia is not new to me. I was stationed down here for a couple of years, opposite the police station. Some of you older ones may remember. I played basketball on the court and I played volleyball next door to where we were bunking. It was just a little house. It wasn't really an army camp. But I have proud memories, lovely memories of Siparia and Siparia Fete and so on. But this is, as someone said, this is my first time in my official capacity. I never thought I was going to be this official. I never thought I would be I'm not a politician. I never thought I was going to be a minister. That wasn't part of the plan. I love Pan. I love Pan. And when I tried to form a Defense Force Steel Orchestra many, many years ago, it was frowned upon by the senior people. But I was only a sergeant at the time. And that's way back in 1968. Rank runs the army, rank runs the police service, hopefully. And you don't listen to a junior person for too long, making that sort of recommendation to have a Defense Force Steel Orchestra. It was frowned upon, and I was told that soldiers are not supposed to beat Pan. I corrected them by saying, not beat, play. Nobody beats Pan again, you play the Pan. Incidentally, before I forget, Officer Thomas, excellent. One of my favorite tunes as well, Amazing Grace. I kept my dream to myself, dreaming that one day we will have a Defense Force Steel Orchestra. And I kept that dream until I became the head of the Defense Force in 1994. Nobody could stop me then. Nobody was senior to me then. I was the man. And I formed the Defense Force Steel Orchestra in July of 1995 with a collection of soldiers and sailors who had been playing for all other big bands. All the big bands they were playing for, Despers, Fontclair, Renegades, all the big bands, All Stars and so on, Phase 2. So I pulled all of them together under one umbrella, pan around the neck, or single pan if you will. And that's why we won the first 2 or 3 competitions that we entered. They were really big band players playing in a small category. They went from strength to strength, and we've toured just about all over the world. Australia, France, Italy, Germany, England a couple times, Canada. You just name it and we have been there, or they have been there. I accompany them from time to time. The pan is a great instrument. I've just come back from Japan, where I attended a United Nations World Conference. And somebody saw my Trinidad flag lapel. Some little Japanese could hardly speak English, but could say Trinidad and Tobago, or Tobago, and started making as if he was playing a pan. So this identifies him with pan. So wherever you go in your red, white, and black, and I think you've chosen good colors for your outfits, people will associate you with the pan, and you can't afford to let them down. I want to commend the police commissioner, or the act. I don't like to use the word acting. It kind of sends the wrong signal. I was telling my friend Brent, you know, Miss Allen is really the acting. She's the acting commissioner, and that sounds foolish. So she is the commissioner as we speak, and when Mr. Williams comes back, he will be the commissioner, not acting. And it's not a term that I use. But the Police Youth Club has been doing a wonderful job. This morning I was at Bagatelle and Blue Basin. where they opened their new club. And you should see the look on the faces of those youngsters, very much like you, as happy as you are. They have now got their brand new headquarters, if you will, their brand new accommodation. And you will get all that you asked for and probably more. You're now members of the Steel Orchestra, both junior and senior. You must make the thing good. You must make it better. You don't have to rely on anybody else to come and help you. You have to help yourself. And you will find, strange enough, when you help yourself, people will want to help you. I know Neil Derrick is from Petrotrin, and I know Petrotrin used to have big bucks, plenty money. I found that out when I went there to work after I retired. And I couldn't understand why they were paying me so much. Because I had just come from being a soldier in charge of the Defense Force, getting this amount of salary, and Petrotrin gave me this amount. I thank Petrotrin for that too, you, Neil. I never thought I would work for so much money. But money is not the only thing. Clearly, Officer Thomas is not concerned about money when he does what he does on that pan. There was nothing to do with money. It had to do with passion, had to do with pleasure, had to do with love. And that's why some of us do what we do. I am one. My parents wanted me to be something else. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. My mother wanted me to be a Catholic priest. I don't know why. But that's what she wanted me to be, because I have a brother who's a Catholic priest, based in Barbados right now. I'm so far that you may know him. The priesthood wasn't for me. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be a soldier. That's it. And that's where I stayed for 37 years. I have absolutely no regrets. You have to plan your lives, if you haven't already done that, and make it. The American Army has a slogan, very simple, very effective, that says, Army, be all you can be. That's it. It means that you could be whatever you set out to be. Now, if you want to be a clown or want to be a fool, that's easy. Anybody can do that. If you want to make it to the top of your class, it takes a little more sacrifice, takes a little more doing, but it is possible. When I was a private standing by the gate, saluting everybody that passed, I wanted to be in charge of the Defense Force. That's what I wanted to be. I didn't want to be just another fella. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for the silver or the bronze when a gold is available. If I were to ask you who came second to Hasely Crawford when he came first in the Olympics in Montreal, some of you may not have a clue who came second or third. The silver and the bronze didn't really matter too much. He won the gold, and that's what we remember. I can't play a single note on any pan, but I still love it. My big job at Panorama time is to push Desperado's pan onto the stage. I'm a Desperado's fan. I hope I don't upset anybody by saying that. I'm a Desperado's fan, and I have been since 1963. And that's all I do every year. I push the pan onto the stage so that Despers could win. And when Despers don't win, I have a little question to ask the judges, but that's another story. When you look at the policeman on duty, now every now and then I have to be defending the police for some strange reason, because a lot of people feel they must attack the police. A policeman stops you from driving through a red light. He stops you, and he comes to talk to you nicely, most of the time, and you feel that all you have to do is to cuss the police and ask him why he stopped you. Why he didn't stop that other fella? I'm trying to figure out how that works, because if I do something wrong, I expect to be penalized, I expect to be punished. I expect to be told off. But some of you feel, I'm not blaming anybody here or condemning anybody, some of you feel that the policeman shouldn't stop you. He should stop somebody else. Strange people, strange people. There was a time when the icons in our community was the headmaster, the nurse, who was really the midwife, to deliver babies and so on, and the policeman, the police corporal or the police sergeant, whatever he was. Those were the icons that I grew up under. Those icons didn't wear too much bling, and they didn't wear their clothes anyhow. They were so decent, upright citizens, poor or middle class. But they carried tremendous influence on some of us. You too will look up to some icons. My advice to you youngsters is to choose your icons carefully. If you have difficulty finding out who to choose, I keep hearing Sergeant Worrell, Sergeant Worrell, Sergeant Worrell. Clearly a man of influence, a man of tremendous importance to you. And it's clear to me, he loved what he's doing, and you love him for what he is doing. Look towards him. You don't have to go too far. He's around. He's accessible. Look towards Worrell. I'm not going to say acting whatever. Mr. Worrell, Sergeant Worrell, whatever. Look towards him. He will guide you. Look towards your parents. Those of you who have both parents, or even if you have one parent, look to that parent. Look to your teachers. Look to your priests. Look to your ministers. I'm not talking ministers of government, I'm talking ministers of religion. Those are the persons that some of us followed. Some of us have never been to court before a judge or a magistrate for anything. Some of us just respect the law, because that's what we were taught to do. That's what we were encouraged to do. You know what is right from wrong. By the time you're 6 or 7 years old, you know that. You can choose. And you're in a good position to choose right now. You youngsters are our future, and you keep hearing that. You are our future, not people like me. I've already reached my 70, and I have done what I had to do. You are the ones who will take this country forward. You will stumble, you will fall, you will get back up, and you will continue the journey. Don't let anybody try to derail you or sidetrack you from what you want to do in a positive way. I'm sure you've heard this before, and I'm sure you'll hear it again. Old people like myself trying to tell you what to do. We're not really trying to tell you what to do. We're trying to prevent you from going in the wrong direction, that's all. And if you want to go in the wrong direction, then something is wrong with you. Something strange. It is so easy to do the right thing. Sacrifices must be made, and sacrifices will be made. I want to commend you for your effort. I want to commend the police association and the police service for causing this to happen. Petro-Trin, again, bless your heart. The money will come back, I am sure, and I know you'll do better than you've done so far. But be thankful for small mercies. Work with what you have. Don't say you can't play because I ain't get no money to come to practice. Don't do that. If you have to practice, you have a schedule, work out your schedule, practice when you have to. Don't use an excuse that I have no money, so I ain't coming. And we didn't get paid for the last job and so on. Don't do that. If you do the correct thing, you will be surprised how good things will flow. I remember once I had my little own difficulty, and I told somebody I was praying for good things to happen. And the person said to me, don't pray for good things to happen, just pray. And good things will happen. But I don't want to sound like I'm taking over from Father Sergio. I just thought I would tell you that. You just pray, and good things will follow. Thanks, Siparia, for inviting me. Thanks, Police Service, for inviting me. Thank you, young Panis, for inviting me. I have enjoyed what I've heard so far. I want to hear you when you... I think I saw some pans behind you, so I'm sure I'm going to hear you. If you sing good, I'm going to cheer loudly. If you don't sing so good, I will still cheer loudly and hope that you sing better. I thank you very much.
In Laventille, many years ago, a man had a hammer, used to follow him to and fro. He used to use it upon a pan, or sometimes a stupid man, all in the savannah, never miss panorama. One day the old hammer just disappear. Oh. Some say that it vanished into thin air. Are we the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone. Anybody?
And them, I wish I was still alive. Who knows? I might have picked up one or two. Yes, in my living days, I was a real saga girl, you know. Anyway, we're real lucky to be here today. This is indeed a historical moment. It's good to see the youths and them doing something positive, something constructive. Wait now, shh. I'm feeling something. We's not the only spirits in here this evening. Some more spirits passing by. But them is not ordinary spirit like you and me, you know. Them is powerful spirit. You feeling it? Look, step back, let them pass. Oh gosh, look, the spirit of Mr. Winston Spree. And look, it's Ellie Manette. Something good going on happen here today. I could feel it. Look, boy, it's Rudolph Charles, Clive Bradley. Look, Lord Kitchener and all. The spirit of the pan is in Siparia tonight. All you feeling it? My paws raising. All you feeling it? Anytime them kind of spirits pass, sweet, sweet music does fill the air. Come on, let us follow them and see.
Are we the man with the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone. Anybody know where the hammer gone? Tell me where he gone.
First selection, Youth Quid, and the second selection, How Great Thou Art. Let's hear it one more time for the Siparia Police Youth Club Junior Steel Orchestra. Hand you over to WPC Theodore.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce you to the Siparia Police Youth Club Senior Orchestra, performing their first song, a compilation of John Legend's All of Me and Sam Smith's Stay With Me. Give it up for the Siparia Police Youth Club Senior Orchestra. The next performance is dedicated to all the women in attendance, and in particular, our Acting Commissioner of Police, Senior Superintendent, Southwestern Division, and ASP Community Relations.
This evening, let us welcome our Commissioner of Police. And she will be presented with our first token this evening by the very hardworking WPC Gibbs. As we now welcome on stage our Senior Superintendent, Mrs. Patsy Joseph. And we have the very hard-working Corporal Cooper to make this presentation. As we now welcome on stage our Petrotrin representative this evening, Mr. Neil Derrick. As we now welcome on stage, Mr. Leo Dudnas.